Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's get shit going. Okay, so, alright, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Sega. Got some stylish burps right there. Go to my SoundCloud if you want more burps. Anyway, so, let's talk about Sega for a little bit. Alright, because, you know, remember the Sega Saturn when that came out? Yeah, Sega thought it was a good idea to pretty much come up to fucking Sony and make this wonderful commercial, air it in public television, and yeah, when it was aired in like public television, the Sega Saturn ads would like smack talking the PlayStation 1, and that kind of like, and that was like, that really put Sega on thin ice with fucking Sony. Okay, so that's one thing. Two, after they realized that the Sega Saturn was like failing in North America, and however, of course, meanwhile in Japan the Sega Saturn was doing good, but however, neither way, we need a new Sega console. There was the Sega Dreamcast. However, the Sega Dreamcast's hardware specs pretty much fucking outranked the fucking PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. The hardware specs knocked the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64 right out of the fucking park. I mean, holy shit. The Dreamcast ends up being like a superior console compared to the N64 and the PlayStation 1. Okay. So, yeah, here's the thing. When Sega decided to make the, of course, Sega Dreamcast, they didn't future-proof because Sony had enough. And, yeah, Sony was, like, fucking pissed right the fuck off. Alright. It was just crazy. And then we have Nintendo. They seem to be fucking pissed off. They see, oh, everybody's enjoying this. As soon as they get a hold of a fucking Sega Dreamcast, that's it. That's it for the N64. I mean, people are gonna fucking touch the Sega Dreamcast more than the fucking... Look at our fucking hardware specs on our N64. Fuck, we need the Nintendo GameCube. Okay, but that's enough about Nintendo. Now let's go over to Sony. Okay, oh my bad. Sony decided, hey, let's go make this thing, and I think we found Sega's weak points. It's lovely failure to fucking future-proof. So here's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's make our specs outrank the Dreamcast. Not only that, let's go and add DVD support. Yeah, that's right. Oh no! Oh no! What about the VMUs? We're gonna have to use the fucking, regular style memory cards. But you know what? We can have more megabytes later. We can have third parties make more megabytes later, whatever. Okay, and then we'll come out with the DualShock 2 controller and, DVD support and superior specs. That's gonna fucking knock him right out. That's gonna knock him right out. And then, however, they released the PlayStation 2, and it, like, fucking slaughtered the motherfucking Sega Dreamcast, of course. So, yeah. Competition is pretty dirty, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, Sega Dreamcast was a great console. But, if it future-proofed, it would have just saved itself. Sadly, Sega never thinks through things because Sega is not really that bright. But hey, it's a good thing that Sega still makes games. And Sega is still making games, even just for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. Alright? Alright, they came out with some good titles for the PlayStation 2, like Shinobi. They came out with Panzer Dragoon War, They came up with all these amazing first-party IPs. They kept going, and then they just stuck with Sonic only, which kind of led to their downfall. Anyway, so when the PlayStation 2 released, there was the Microsoft Xbox, which was pretty much not only a red flag, but also a sign that Microsoft is trying to actually betray PC gamers. And the Nintendo GameCube came out, which was kind of a red flag as well. And actually, nobody takes Nintendo seriously. Now let's go through best known titles. Alright, we have Tekken 5. A brilliant fighting game, and also had the little arcade history thing giving you Tekken 1 to Tekken 3. And they also gave you, fuck, I forgot that name. Anyway, let's keep going. God of War, and its sequel, God of War 2, that did well. Resident Evil 4 first debuted on GameCube. When it debuted on PlayStation 2 later, it had a shit ton more fucking content, and yeah, it was favorited more than the GameCube version, so yeah. And last but not least, compilation discs of games from previous generations with the sole intent to make retro gaming easy. However, the PlayStation 2 still reigned supreme, despite some efforts from Microsoft's side, and of course Nintendo's side. Wait a minute. That was not in the fucking order I want! Now, best known accessories. Dance pads, of course, because Dance Dance Revolution. There were more Dance Dance Revolution games showing up on the PlayStation 2. There was microphones because Karaoke Revolution, they got these karaoke ones. Yeah, Karaoke Revolution. Okay, that's why microphones came. And the Real Arcade Pro 2, I forgot to put that in there. I should put Real Arcade Pro 2. It's an arcade stick by Hori, and yeah. Anyway, there's the GunCon 2, which is a light gun to make all your light guns work. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, Sony's official controller, the DualShock 2, and yes, it will come bundled with your PlayStation 2. It is the Nintendo's OG controller for the PS2, the DualShock 2. Oh yes, and there was the multi-tap where you can plug 4 controllers into your PS2, which was awesome. Anyway, there was the iToy. Yes, it was a camera, but surprise, surprise, it worked. Okay, it actually executed well. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so this is the DualShock 2 controller. Yes, DualShock 2. As I can say right here, it still offers analog support. That was for the DualShock 3, which upgraded with the 6-axis controllers, 6-axis technology, and combined the DualShock vibration technology. Yep, it's basically like that shit. And allow me to get the memory card out of this sucker. Typical 8 megabyte memory card. So, yeah. For the PS2. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise how this memory card, like, didn't really compete with the fucking VMUs. I mean, if it was actually like the fucking VMUs, if it was like a complete competitor of the Dreamcast VMUs, memory cards won't be so boring anymore, but now we do need memory cards, so fuck it. Also, what I would like to say is, okay, yes. Yeah, my burp scales. There was a original fat version of the PlayStation 2, and then there was the slim version of the PlayStation 2. And of course, we already know about the shenanigans with how Sony comes out with the original fat version, and they make the skinny version, they made a fat version, and just talking about it just beats the dead horse. Like I said, basically the only difference that has something to decide is how you put discs in the PlayStation 2. You just open the disc tray, just slides up, you put your disc there, and while you have the PlayStation 2 Slim, you just push that one button, and the tray lifts up, and then just like original, like the original PlayStation 1 games. Now, here's what 2 games I got for the PlayStation 2. Okay, Samurai Showdown and Motherfucking Anthology. Okay, it has Samurai Showdowns 1, 2, 6, excluding Samurai Showdown 5 Special. So yes, it was a little cool thing. And don't forget to mention that this version is highly superior compared to the PSP and Nintendo Wii versions. Yeah, it was like, also it's like the most stable version. The Wii version had this weird thing with the fucking classic controller, and it just, and you get this message, oh, you disconnected it, and you have to be really careful with it, and the connectivity with the Wiimote and that shit, it's fucking weird. Which is why this is, I had enough. I'm switching to the PS2 version. Sick of this shit. Anyway. And then there's Bunjingai, The Forsaken City. Of course, this is a 50th anniversary release for from Taito. Yeah, from Taito. So, yeah, Bunjingai, Bunjingai, The Forsaken City. I already spent like a fucking millennium trying to nail the name right, so whatever. Anyway, like I said, 50th anniversary release from Taito, and this was made in collaboration with Red Entertainment. Oh yes, and yes, it was published by BAM Entertainment. It had that BAM in there. It's a pretty rare game. Well, not rare, but what I mean, it's very common. I found this for like fucking $10. But it's a rare type of game that comes out of nowhere. And it's really surprisingly good, to be honest with you. It's a really fun game. Let's bring up some more best-known titles, by the way. We have Silent Hill, we had Devil May Cry. Silent Hill 2 and 3, they had HD remakes, but the HD remakes end up getting butchered. I don't know how this happened, but I ended up getting butchered, so I'd stick with the original.
You know what, I'm going to start cutting myself off from here, because, you know what, we don't want a longer video.
That's all. See you in the next video.